Okay, well, seems like everyone wants to know how to backhand fan, and I mean, I've made multiple tutorials, but they've never been like really in depth, I guess. Like my Instagram has a two-part. Um, so here's a legitimate tutorial that may be in too depth. I'll add some slow-mos, I'll give you different angles, and I hope that it helps most people. And if anyone needs help with backhand fanning, or I guess like this one, because there is this, but apparently I guess that's called dribbling by Sir Horace. So I mean, that's like a figure eight type fan. But this is, I guess it's not reverse fanning, it's backhand fanning. So basically, you're gonna want to like just start it off basically like this. You know, if you can go like this with your fingers, you can do it backhand, right? So as long as you can do this, which is pretty easy, right? Just going back and forth, you kick it up, keep it as flat as you can, and you don't want to let it like hit your wrist like that, right? Because it'll just get in the way. So something that someone told me when I was teaching them is if you do like a throttle motion with your hand, right? Like like throttling a motorcycle, it'll help you kick it out of the way from your wrist. So that's what you want to do. You want to kick it up, like swing it up, however you want to do it, and get it there. And then once you're there, you do this motion, but underhand, right? So it's just the same motion, and you give it one rotation. And once it gets to here, you swing it around like a handle switch, like that. So you can do a thumb rollover. Kind of like that. It's just practice. Once you get the basic movement down, once you get it flat, you learn how to kick it up flat like this. You get that basic movement down, and you want to get it all the way back to your knuckles. You can stop here, go reverse or a 0G thumb roll, or you can do it and go all the way to a regular thumb roll. You can, if you do it with the bite handle, you can do that, do the handle switch and go into a thumb roll into a chaplain. So there's all these different ways that you can do the backhand fan. One of my favorites, and probably a lot of people's, because it's just a bunch of spinning, right, is doing the choker to the backhand fan. And that way is done like this, right? So you start out, you can do whatever, right? You do half a choker, so you'll go the half choker motion before you go to your ring finger. So you do half a choker, and once it gets to here where you're holding it with your index or your middle and your thumb, you want to kick it up again and then go straight into that. So like that. And then you have all these different ways that you can do it. And I mean, like, okay, let's say here's another example too. If you're holding it, you end an ice pick, right? So you end an ice pick and you want to close backhand. What I do is I grab it like this, right? So you have the spine facing away. You do like a handle pass, like you're gonna do, the basic opening, but instead of that, you swing it up and then do the backhand fan. And it's all just the rotations and making sure it doesn't hit your wrist. I've seen some people do it like this. I've seen some people do it like this. Like it's different for everyone. The best way is normally when you kick it up and you go around, or sorry, that's obviously the backhand fan, but what I do is I do this and then I bring my arm up to help me get my wrists out of the way. See, like, I have a lot of clearance here. So this is like, that's what I do. And it looks the best, to be honest. Because some people, I mean, I've seen it like this, where they kick it up and then do it sideways over here, or turn their hand up like that, and it doesn't look that good. So you bring your arm up and then you can do whatever. I mean, you have all of this, right? And you can go like here. But yeah, here's Here's a different angle. And then I'll throw in some slow-mos for you guys.